And so I click on her profile and I zoom into the picture. I'm like, yo, that's her. This girl out here, I didn't got catfish.
Got him! Got him!
Does it hurt to think of me? Wishing your heart still belonged to me. Yeah.
Hey YouTube. I feel like that is such a boring introduction. But anyways, today's video was going to be a story time. I'm sick, so you're going to hear it in my voice. But this story time is going to be about me getting catfished by a girl from my church. I know y'all faces all wrinkled up because I said girl. But before I got into a relationship with my boyfriend, yes, I was what they would call bisexual. So, you know, saw a pretty little thing. I was trying to get up in that thing, trying to do a little thing. But anyways, so it started off, this was back when Kick was popping. I was like probably like 13, 14. I was a little thought, like any girl I saw was a thirsty thought. So I was on Kick, and you know the little section where you see the list of people that because I used to get added into group chats a lot, and it was just like random people that I didn't know. So I was looking for somebody's name one day, and I came across this girl picture, and I was like, you bad. She was bad. But anyways, you know what they say, shoot my shot. And like, she responded. So we was talking for like 2 weeks, like getting to know each other. I asked her where she stayed. She said a neighborhood that was not too far from me. I asked her where she went to school, and she said my school. And I'm like, okay, if I would definitely see you in the hallways if you went to my school. I should have knew something was up then. But then again, it's a whole lot of kids that I have not seen that has been to my school. It's like 1,000 and something kids at my school, and if anybody goes to school with me, they know how I walk in the hallways. I have tunnel vision. I get to one class and I go to another. I don't really care or worry about anything else that's going around me as long as it's not hurting or affecting me in any way. We talking and talking, you know, warming up to each other. And she changes her profile pic often. So I'm like, okay, so she's pretty, like in all situation. So I don't know what I was doing, but one day I was scrolling, and like we had just fell off. Like it got to the point where it was just like dry texting and it wasn't going nowhere. And plus I had other females down the line, so it was like I wasn't really worried about her. It was just one of them, but she was just like the baddest one of them all. So we had stopped talking for a while. One day I'm scrolling through my messages, and oh, I know y'all see this bandage on my hand, so I'm gonna just quit the story time real quick and tell y'all what happened. So this happened like 2 weeks ago. Whenever Thanksgiving was, the Monday before Thanksgiving, I was prepping, cutting some collard greens, and as I told y'all in my get to know me video, I want to open up my own restaurant. I really love culinary and everything. So my stepdad, for a present for me one day, he bought me a set of professional knives and chalkboards. So I was using it, and I was just not really paying attention. And all chefs know you're supposed to use the claw method while we're cooking, especially using big sharp knives. I didn't do that. My finger got caught underneath the knife, and all of a sudden, like, I didn't feel it when it happened, and I saw a bunch of blood. So my grandma was in the living room and I'm in the kitchen, and I go to the sink to rinse it off because I thought it was just like a little cut. Next, I'm just cutting, and next thing you know, I see blood all over the chopping block. So I'm like, okay, I didn't cut myself, but it was like a good amount. So I'm like, okay, I didn't cut myself pretty deep. So I start running underneath the water, and I realized like a chunk of my finger and my nail is gone. And I look back at the chopping block, the joint just sitting right there, like I'm just resting my finger. And I'm like, yo, I call my grandma Nanny. I'm like, Nanny, yo, I cut myself. She like, run some water and put some peroxide, because I don't think she didn't realize the depth of the cut and how serious it was. I'm like, no, I cut my finger. Like, my nail was on the chopping block. So she called the paramedics. The paramedics tried to stop the bleeding. They didn't really stop the bleeding. They wrapped it up and they told me since it wasn't like as like a big chunk to where they had to stitch it back on. My finger would heal, but they was like, I don't need stitches or anything. It was like, if it keeps bleeding, either call us back or go to the emergency room. So this happened around 10:30. So it was like rolling around like 12. It's like 11:50, about to be 12 o'clock, and I'm looking at the finger and it's like still like leaking, like I just cut it, and like the bandages that they put on my hand is like coming through it. I get my mom to take me to emergency room, and we get there like 12:30, because where I live like in the country, so like anywhere I want to go is like far out. So it took us like 30 minutes to get there, and it was like nobody on the road, so smooth ride there. And I go in. It took them, they started on my finger around 1 o'clock. My finger didn't stop completely bleeding until like 2:30. I left the emergency room at like 3:30 in the morning. Got home 4 o'clock. I was tired. That's the little story behind my finger, you know. Got off track there. But back to the catfishing. And by the way, if you watch this video, I am so sorry. Don't think I don't like you. It's just should have been catfishing people. So like a week goes past and we not talking no more. But I'm scrolling, like I'm going looking for a message from somebody. I'm always looking for something. I'm scrolling and I look at the picture from the messages from us, and I'm like, hold on, is that? And so I click on her profile and I zoom into the picture. I'm like, yo, that's her. This girl out here, I didn't got catfish.
Got him! Got him!
Yeah, make it happen to anybody. It was just crazy. And I knew she knew it was me because my picture was up for my profile. So it's like, I didn't like told this girl some stuff, not like some personal stuff, but now it's to the point where like, cause I was in the closet, didn't nobody know that I was into girls unless like you were my close friend or my sister. I didn't tell my boyfriend I was doing a video and he wanted to FaceTime me again. I didn't tell my family. I only told my sister and like people at school, because you know people at school, they don't really care. They just like, oh. I didn't say nothing to her. I went to church that Sunday and I saw her when everybody was leaving, and I'm like, yo, is this you? This you on Kick I've been talking to? And like you could tell like she was caught off guard because she ain't really have like a set response, and she was like, yeah, that's me.
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
And like I couldn't even say anything else to her, because it was just like, if I would have continued the conversation, then the people around us would have like kind of knew, like, because people not stupid, they would have got the gist of what we were talking about. Then my church members would have known I was into girls, and like I'm very active in the church. Like I sing almost every Sunday. I'm almost at every service, and I do anything that I can because I just love going to church. Like church is so fun. I love singing. I love like doing little church activity. Didn't want nobody in my church family to know, so I just cut the conversation. I'm like, yo, that's not cool. So yeah, it's not really a long story. I'm just like, I gotta upload something. So I'm like, and I asked some people at school, should I do it? And I was scared at first. I was like, no, what if she watches it? Nobody gives up, because you shouldn't have been catfishing people. Yeah, it was kind of not embarrassing, but it was just kind of like crazy to me, because then I got to keep seeing this girl like every Sunday and all the Bible studies and stuff. But eventually over time I forgot about it. Nothing against the girl. She's not the prettiest girl in the room, but she's not ugly to the point where she has to catfish people to get attention. Like I don't understand why girls are so insecure about themselves. Like, girl, it's only one you in this world. People like unique stuff. Just because you don't look like the girl that you want to be doesn't mean you're not pretty. Embrace it. Don't try to be anybody else. Be yourself. That's the end of the video. I hope y'all liked it. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching.
Baby, I got you. Love is hell. rather fight demons with you than live amongst the angels without you.